All right, guys, we're here, back with Stand and Bang. Been on a little hiatus, but we're back full time. 1 to 2 times a week, easy, getting that shit done. Here with my not so knowledgeable co-host, Adam Geenan.
Okay, bro.
And let's get into this right now.
Yeah.
UFC 320 breakdown.
We're going to be going over some of the notable fights that we thought stood out to us and
pull up the card.
go over what happened. We will also be going over Charles Oliveira versus Mateusz Gamrot. Mateus. Which is happening this Saturday, and I am very excited as an Oliveira fan.
All right, getting to 320 breakdown. We did okay on the card. We had 9 wins and 5 losses. We did pretty well.
On the main card,
4-1.
We wanted that one to be wrong anyway.
We big ink, seethe, and cope, but it's okay. You've been put to sleep, buddy. Send you back to 2 or 3 years, tire shop, forget. Okay? I do want to start off with Edmen Shahbazyan versus Andre Muniz. Man, what can you say about Edmen Shahbazyan, man? True marauder. Came back after 3 losses, you know. It was a tough time. Now he's built that win streak back up. My ginger brother, because I'm totally a ginger, Edmen Shahbazyan. And, I mean, Andre Muniz isn't built for this, man. He's a jiu-jitsu soy boy. And they can't...
Are you saying all jiu-jitsu practitioners are soy?
That's their main background, and kinda. I'm going to say that. We'll get to Charles Oliveira versus Mateus Gamrot. But...
we are hitting casual territory.
Edmen puts him down with a check left hook at the end of the round. 2 seconds left to go. He TKOs him. Great win by Edmen Shahbazyan. I think he should be getting maybe a Shara Bullet next. I think would be really nice. I think a good Shara Bullet matchup, you know.
People forget, cool. Man. Shara Bullet, top 10 what-ifs in the UFC.
Actually, maybe move up the card. We're not going fully in order here. I think maybe he should get an Ateba Gutierrez fight. We've been feeding Ateba Gutierrez cans, man. This guy's a can crusher in the sense of the word. To break it down, this guy, Treston Vines, he wasn't ready for it, man. He ran around.
Venus. No,
it's not, bro.
I'm lying.
No,
I'm
it's
lying.
not. Buddy, trust me. It's not.
Yeah, okay.
Continue.
Basically just gets hit with like 3 hard shots. He's running around, not trying to get into range with Ateba Gutierrez. And then Ateba Gutierrez hits him with like 2 elbows as he's going for a takedown and frames off his face. And this guy's just like...
he saw the light.
Like...
it was done for
it's
him.
It's like throwing these guys... It's like if we were at 320 and they just pick someone out of the fucking crowd to fight Ateba Gutierrez, bro. That's basically what fucking happens. He needs a real step up. Someone like an Edmen Shahbazyan. Or maybe even like a Shara Bullet. Or maybe like a Bruno Silva, even though that's a little less of a step up. But I think they could all be good fights for Ateba Gutierrez. The hype train continues. I don't think he's that great, but that man hits hard. Maybe we're getting in there where body backs Pyfer.
Where do you think he stops? Where do you think he stops if he's running the gauntlet
Ateba Gutierrez, you know, Cameroonian, has that Ngannou vibe, right? You know, he hits hard. You know, maybe he's a little more technical than Ngannou, but of course he's at middleweight. Maybe if he runs into like a Marvin Vettori. Actually, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Marvin Vettori. Wait, no one can put down Marvin Vettori. But we're actually going to get to. I have someone against Marvin Vettori. But maybe he stops at like a Marvin. Roman Dolidze. I don't know. I want to see. I can't really know. I need to see him tested, you know.
Oh yeah, with him going
Because
against
can crushers, right? Like the second, if he goes against someone like the 20 to 30 range of the UFC middleweight division, you can get like a wrestler in there or something, and they can actually like take him past the first round. I can see the fighting Bushido spirit inside of him.
Like with some of Bo Nickal's first fights, we didn't really know.
Yeah, but like at least like he took Cody Brundage. You know, a little bit. Him and Paul Craig. After the Paul Craig fight, I knew he wasn't going to be a champion.
Well, yeah.
If you're not knocking out Paul Craig in like the second round, you're not going to be a champion. But I want to see step up for Ateba Gutierrez. And I'm working my way back down the card. Patchy Mix versus Jakub Wicklocks.
What else can we say but expected?
I picked Patchy Mix. I'm sorry, we picked Patchy Mix, as we of course do our picks together on our Instagram.
We totally don't concede with each other on some of them.
of course. That's why we picked Diego Lopez. And we picked Carlos Ulberg. Both of those, we actually did really well on that Australia card.
We did.
Really well. Sorry we couldn't make a video for it because who the fuck gives a fuck about Carlos Ulberg versus Dominic Reyes anyway. But Patchy Mix versus Jakub. I don't know how to say his last name. I'm not even gonna pronounce it. He's Polish. I kind of felt like Patchy Mix got the win here. I thought he won the second and the third. But like, how the fuck did you get wins?
It was crazy to see
PFL.
you picking Patchy Mix. Sorry, it was crazy to see us picking Patchy Mix.
Well, this guy, this Jacob guy, he's a jiu-jitsu guy. I was like, well, you're in Patchy Mix's world now, folks. It didn't fucking matter. No one's in Patchy Mix's world. This guy's trash.
Honestly, Patchy Mix's world is Bellator.
That's
what I'm seeing
honestly,
in this
dude, I think this proves to me that, dude, Paul Hughes, Usman Magomedov, anyone in the PFL, dude, you're not even top 20. Like, you're barely top 15 level at that if you're a champion in PFL, even that.
I actually fell for a fake post saying that Patchy Mix got cut and was going to
I wouldn't be shocked.
No, I fully believed it.
I mean, here's the thing. They're probably paying him a good amount of money, right? Because he was a champion. He was probably getting paid pretty well at the PFL. They're not going to say, hey, get 12 for 12. They're not going to hit him with 12 for 12. So, honestly, what do you what do you do with him? Like, give him a roe sauce? Like, maybe you give him a roe sauce or some shit? But even then, I think roe sauce smokes him. With how shit he looked on the feet, and he looked awful, and his cardio, I don't know how you have 2 rounds of cardio inside of you when you look fucking terrible, and I'm honestly happy you got robbed. At least we have some legendary Polish power. Not even legendary Polish power, it's legendary Polishness in that bantamweight division. Fuck you, Patchy Mix, I hope you get cut. Fuck you, you ruined my picks, you bitch.
Again.
Move the card. This was a sad one for me, guys. Fact, folks, this is a bad one. I'm a big Ju-Sung Yu fan. I thought he was gonna style on Daniel Santos. I thought he was gonna pick him apart at range and hit him with a nice little counter to sit him down. I was kind of right in the first round. He was getting really emoty, and I was kind of saying, let's not emote. Like, you're not destroying him.
Effect.
He looked better than Daniel Santos the entire fight, but then he just got caught, and then he got put out because that's how it goes. You don't eat don't. I was the feeling I was like, don't let this be when fighters when cocky fighters get KO'd, and it was when cocky fighters got KO'd, and it's really sad because he walked out the zombie, and he's like
big Cranberries fan.
We're supposed to be the next Korean zombie, the Korean McGregor, but I guess Daniel Santos is a great fighter, and he's he fights once a year, but he's a hard fighter for anyone to deal with in the featherweight division. Hopefully, it was a catchweight bout. He did miss weight. Fuck you, Daniel Santos, you fucking bitch. Imagine missing weight. My GOAT would have won.
So it doesn't count.
It doesn't count. Actually,
our pick being wrong doesn't count.
We're actually 10-5.
Yeah, we're 10-5-1.
Yeah, we're actually 9-5-1.
Yeah.
Daniel Santos is actually good, but he looked noticeably bigger than Du-Sung Yu in there. I think that did contribute a little bit, but at the end of the day, if you maybe did a little bit less of the spinning stuff when he was missing the spinning kicks and more of a nice little jab and a to the body.
Maybe if his opponent made weight, I'm going full cope here.
Missing weight by what was it? Fucking like 8 pounds. Yeah. You're a fucking bitch, dude. You're just a Charles Oliveira clone.
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
Go up to fucking lightweight.
Sending some strays here.
Go up to lightweight, you bitch, Daniel Santos. I hope my GOAT Ju-Sung Yu comes back, and what's for next for Daniel Santos is a stint in the PFL. No, I don't know. I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know.
What's next for him? Hopefully making weight.
Let's get honestly, dude, let's get like a really easy fucking fight for Ju-Sung Yu. I don't even know. I can't think of something on the top of my head. But let's get like a can for Ju-Sung Yu. Let's give Ju-Sung Yu the fucking Teba Gutierrez treatment. Give him some guys this guy was fucking 10-6. Let's give him the guy that Teba Gutierrez fought. Let's give him one of those. Ruin up the card. Body cam off. Big Joe Pyfer. Versus,
body cam off.
That's he said he wants that to be his nickname.
Okay.
Versus Abus Magomedov. Tough first round for Joe Pyfer. Very tough first round for Joe Pyfer. Got out grappled pretty bad. I was thinking, damn, let's not go into this main card with a loss. But I like the improvement in Joe Pyfer's game. He's not as emotional in there. He reset, got in there, beat the fucking dog piss out of Abus Nurmagomedov, and fucking choked him out. It was a great win by Joe Pyfer. And I want him, honestly, him versus Marvin Vettori next. The best puncher versus the greatest chin in the division.
That'd be fun.
Or, I don't know, maybe a Roman Dolidze.
Maybe. I feel like either of those would be good. I'd love to see him versus Vettori.
I mean, Vettori can take shots off Cannonier, hopefully. And if you put Vettori away, like if you can put Vettori away, which no one has been able to, you're going to set yourself up for some big shit, big fights.
That'd be a crazy
Or
feat.
let Joe Pyfer KO the fuck out of Sharp Bullet. Either one. Moving up the card, Yusuf Zalal versus the ogre from Sauron's army, Josh Emmett.
Josh Emmett is such a crazy enigma to me.
Watching Josh Emmett fights, how is he ever ranked, man? How did we let this happen? He's terrible.
The overhand from hell.
He's terrible. Like, he's really not good at fighting. Yusuf Zalal took him down with ease. Got a really quick 1 minute arm bar. Not much to talk about. Very pitiful post-fight interview from Yusuf Zalal, trying to get all the fans to cheer him, and no one fucking cheered. It was kind of sad.
Something I do remember was when they showed him ranked 8. Josh Emmett, and then they accidentally put him ranked 2nd.
They were based on, I was like, did we just jump Josh Emmett above fucking like Diego Lopez? Like, what the fuck's happening here? But
some industry plan activity.
What's next for Josh Emmett? I think he should get fucking retired, dude.
He's pretty old.
He's old.
He's like 48.
He's old.
No?
Nothing is happening in his
like
career.
42, 46.
He's
in
like
his
40.
40s.
He's 40. Yeah, I think he's 40. Nothing's happening in career. There's nowhere to go. You're never gonna get a title shot. You mean you get fucking title shot? You're never beaten Volk, dude, or Diego Lopez, or anyone in the top fucking 5, or anyone in the top fucking 15.
I don't see him getting a title shot ever.
No, he's never. The closest he got was an interim against Yair Rodriguez, and Yair subbed the fuck out of him. I don't know what to do with Josh Emmett. I think he should just retire. I think his career's done. I mean, Yusuf Zalal very impressive win. Maybe give him a Yair Rodriguez, Yusuf Zalal, or we could go with maybe an Arnold Allen. He already said he won't. He already fucking basically said he's ducking Diego Lopez. He doesn't want that, which I understand. Diego Lopez, you don't want that.
The demon.
Maybe Gene Silva. I mean, coming off a loss, I don't know. It doesn't do much for Yusuf Zalal, but like maybe get Gene Silva a win, hopefully, because we don't need Yusuf Zalal in the top 10, in the top 5.
This guy was excited for this fight.
Let's go for that. Let's go for that. It will not be perfect, but it will be a storm, and let's go for that.
Yuri versus Roundtree, great fight.
This was spiritual, man. This was the Bushido Samurai came in me. Pause. And not how I meant that.
Okay.
I thought Yuri's foot was broken in the first round.
No, I think it was
slipping all over the fucking place. Nothing was landing. He couldn't close any distance. Khalil looked really fast. A couple leg kicks for Yuri in the first round, but nothing. He was like slipping, doing his fucking yoga poses in the cage, right?
He kept like, I don't know if he was intentionally faking it, but that flying knee.
He always fucking jumps that stupid flying knee. And I love Yuri. Yuri's my favorite fighter on the roster, probably tied with Max Holloway. But he does some stupid shit, and then I remember, oh, this is a storm. Let's go for that. And second round, Yuri starts finding that jab, but mostly Khalil, still big shots landing from Khalil, right? If we did a prediction for this, I was going to say that Khalil would break to Yuri Prochazka's pressure in round 3. Not that anyone's going to fucking believe me now.
He did say that to me. Okay, well, they won't believe me either.
Yeah, they won't fucking believe you. He's going to break him, and the jab got to him. It's those fucking teep kicks of him in the third, though. Yuri hit him with a teep kick, a jab, and body. Khalil breaking. That's when. Dude, no one's scarier than fucking Yuri Prochazka coming at you when he knows you're hurt, dude. This motherfucker, clinch, knee, spinning back elbow, jab, 2, jab. She was crazy. And then Khalil's like, okay, let's fucking do this. I'm getting my absolute ass beat. My shit's getting broken. Let me land my last hurrah. Let me fucking unleash an insanely strong and perfectly timed elbow on Yuri, right? Yuri takes it, nods at him, let's go for that. 2 fucking elbows right back to him. And Cleo was like, oh, fuck this, dude. Fuck this. And Cleo looked gassed, but also it's like body investment by Yuri, and I feel like fighting a guy like Yuri must be very exhausting. And then slip, jab, 2, hook, sleeps Khalil Roundtree. Have fun going on JRE for the 5th time with your CTE, dude.
You could literally see Yuri like noticing after he hits Roundtree, him dropping his right hand.
No,
and
yeah.
You just see a light in his eye.
No, and even in the second round, Yuri got hit with like a huge shot. And he spins around. He looks at him, nods at him, and then keeps going. I'm like, honestly, like you fighting Yuri, right? If you're fighting Yuri and you're like a good fucking like really good light heavyweight striker, and you fucking unleash something on him, you just, yeah, let's go for that. I'm done. I'm walking out of the cage. Yuri Prochazka, if you go into the chaos, you're not gonna win.
The strikes at that point,
dude. The only person that can beat him is Pereira, because he has otherworldly power in his hands. If you can't KO Yuri, you're not gonna beat him. He's gonna find a way to break you. He's too weird and Bushido-ish, and he's like, honestly, 2,000 years ago, Yuri's the type of guy to ride on horse. Like he's like an Alexander the Great type. He's like a Musashi type of guy. You know, this is a true warrior spirit right here. I know Yuri would have been a legendary warrior any time given in the past. They would have wrote books about this guy. I know they would have. He truly is one of a kind.
Is this glaze or is this fact?
This is fact, bro. This is fact. Yuri Prochazka.
Our modern day Miyamoto Musashi.
Yes, bro. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And he's gonna walk. Pereira's gonna move out to fight fucking Aspinall. He's gonna walk Carlos Ulberg's bitch ass down, no personality ass, spinning back out KO in round 2. Moving up the card, Merab.
This was just
Georgian balls, brother.
Very expected.
Versus Corey.
He said he's going to shoot me.
Corey had a great round 1 though. I thought Corey. I was like, damn, Corey get this done. Like
good.
Corey, good jab, stuffing the takedowns. Even when he got taken down, he got right back up, knees to the body, switching it up, pit, pop, pop, pop. And then Merab's probably in that corner like, this brother think he can do this to me, right? And then Merab, fucking rocks Corey standing on the feet, right?
That was so crazy.
Almost like I thought he was gonna get the TKO.
Because I never took Merab as someone that has power. You know?
Yeah, but I guess you just develop power at 30 whatever fucking Merab is at year old at age. Corey got rocked. Oh, I thought he was out.
EPO is a magical.
I've seen Mark Goddard stop fights for less. Honestly, I think Merab just might be built different, man. I don't know if he's on EPO.
How do you even you don't know?
I mean,
we were so confident talking about how he's on EPO,
but honestly, dude, this guy just might be built different, man.
Cause no, I swear there was a switch flipped. He wasn't always like this.
He wasn't this good. No. He was never this. But Merab was just like, oh, brother, you know, he realized I can shoot 60 takedowns a round. They can't stop it. I'm stronger. I have better cardio. I have a better chin than almost all these fighters in my fucking division, and I can just literally physicality mog them.
You were talking about when we were watching the fights at Dave & Buster's. You were talking about how the only way that you could see someone actually training for Merab is...
Dude, get a all-American, not even all-American, get like a Swedish or fucking Georgian champ in there, right? 5 different ones, 1 each round, and just keep them and shoot as many fucking shots as they can at you. And you're still not going to beat him. You're still not going to fucking beat Merab because it's a different thing when you're in there, I think. Once he rocked Corey, it was the beginning of the end. After that, takedown. Merab was fucking emoting on him.
The usual, bro. It's the usual.
Merab mogged him. Round 4, that was a pretty good Corey round, but then Merab mogged him in round 5. Round 3 was more of the takedown, knees to the thigh, couple good shots.
Hey, you know what's crazy, though? Because, during this
one's beating him.
During this whole fight, right, I was engaged.
You know, it's not Hamzat.
Merab, that's what I was about to take a dig at Hamzat. I was about to go, it's not like...
Right, but it's like Merab's at least you know, at least Merab emotes on him, right?
Dude, I made a good analogy, not analogy, but I made a good not reference or example. I'm losing my words. I made a good comparison, right? When we were watching it, I think I was talking with the people we were with, and I mentioned how the shots that Hamzat was throwing up against Drickus are things that would slide in a BJJ match.
Dude, literally,
a ref in a BJJ match wouldn't call it. Yeah. It's just.
Dude.
But this isn't about Hamzat.
Merab did more damage in round 2 than Hamzat did the entire Drickus fight. That's besides the point.
Yeah, we're getting sidetracked. I'm getting sidetracked.
Merab wins, pretty dominant decision.
I I don't see anyone beating Merab anytime soon.
My goat, Song Yadong, will put him down, though.
Okay.
Trust me, guys. Trust me, Song Yadong is the perfect archetype to beat Merab. We will beat
How so,
Merab in
though?
China. He will knock him out cold. Fucking round 1, he puts it on, that mustard on, and knocks him out cold.
Okay. You know, I'd love to.
We will beat Song Yadong in China. Sorry, we will beat Merab in China.
Okay.
What's next for Corey? I think you can make a Sean O'Malley fight. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Or who the fuck knows, dude? Maybe give him like. I think O'Malley's the fight you can make. Maybe a Cejudo. For Merab, probably just Jan.
Is Cejudo even still like?
Yes, he's still fucking fighting.
Triple
but it's,
cringe.
I fucking do that. I hope he stops tweeting. It's really his tweets really fucking.
Well, once
annoying
we're
me.
able to get our tweets up there, we just every time he tweets, we just need to tweet back.
Fuck
Shut
you.
up.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Shut up,
Cejudo,
Cejudo.
You stupid fucking gnome.
He'd kick my ass. But
Yeah, he would kick my ass too, but he's a stupid fucking gnome.
I'll stand by.
What's next for Merab? Peter Yan in December. Book it. He wants to be the first guy to defend his belt 4 times in 1 year. Hamzat could ever dream of defending his belts 4 times in 3 years. Merab, at least you're active. Let's get him Peter Yan. Peter Yan, I really love you.
I actually kind of like Merab.
Merab,
I used to hate him. I used to hate him.
I never felt more visceral anger for someone than when he beat Jose Aldo. I was there live. I watched it happen. I was very angry.
Yeah, like I've cooled off, but
what a fucking bitch.
All my hate is just directed at like Hamzat. Now,
like,
actually, no. All my
Merab's
hate.
funny though.
All my hate is directed at Leon.
Yeah, you hate
Edwards.
Leon Edwards. This guy was even talking about. It was not even on topic. This guy was talking about David Buster, how much he wants to fuck. He hopes Leon Edwards gets fucking brutally KO'd in his next fight. Carlos Prates will KO Leon Edwards. Yeah, just give him Yan in December. Merab's funny. Everyone likes. I like Merab now. He's made me switch, but I kind of do hope Peter Yan wins because I like Peter Yan's fighting style a lot more than I like Merab's. But moving up the card. Here it is, guys.
Chama.
He will not be going back to the tire shop, chat.
Indeed,
He will not be going back to the tire shop. Alex Pereira, Mogs, Magomed Ankalaev. The second the second the fight started, I was like, the second it started, I knew Pereira was gonna win. Like the second he started rushing forward like that.
Oh, okay. Before that you were
the second he got I thought Magomed was gonna win, right, going into the fight.
We did actually.
The second I saw Magomed on the back foot looking like he's seen a ghost, and Pereira looked like 3 times bigger than him. Pereira looked huge. I was like, oh, Magomed's gonna lose. He's gonna get KO'd. One of our friends had put bets on it. He lost every bet he had. He's like, oh, over 1.5 rounds for Magomed Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira. I was like, what if Pereira just sleeps him in round 1? Pereira walks him down. Ankalaev's like, this isn't the same fucking guy I fought fucking 5, 6 months ago. What the fuck is this? Walking him down. Got couple good calf kicks in him. Made him switch his stance to orthodox. Then he unleashed a right overhand on his fucking temple. Magomed Ankalaev, the chicken little bitch, shoots for the legs, curls up in a ball.
Pereira did hurt his. Was it his foot?
He broke his foot.
Yeah, he broke his foot
on one of those calf kicks. So we're lucky he got the KO when he did. But then Pereira looked like he wanted to murder the guy.
Yeah.
And
those like, other than
congratulations
against Jamal Hill, he hit the.
Yeah.
But against
that was
Ankalaev,
like
he wound that shit, like he went back and.
If Herb Dean, or whoever the fuck was ref in that fight didn't stop it. I think it was Herb Dean.
It was Herb Dean.
It was Herb. There was some
Dean.
MMA Joey was seething on Twitter, calling that an early. Magomed's defending. Oh, he's blocking all those shots, even though those fucking boom was slicing through the guard, fucking right in the temple. Could have killed Magomed Ankalaev.
It's crazy the lengths that people will go to cope when they're just wrong. I've never been happier in my life to be wrong.
Yeah, I thought Magomed was going to actually probably TKO him in like round 4 via ground and pound. Pereira mogged him, fucking made him look like he's a small bitch, and then it was great. And I thought, I was like, dude, Pereira's kind of like, he's angry, he's jittery, he's kind of lost his stolen aura, you know. But he got
that
it back.
anger helped him.
He fucking
be the light heavyweight champ.
If Pereira shows up like that against. No one beats him in light heavyweight if he shows up like that. I can't see anyone beating him.
What do you think about him potentially going up to heavyweight?
I think Tom's just too big and smokes him. But I praise the fucking... Tom, please beat Ciryl Gane by knockout in the first round. so that we can have Alex Pereira versus Tom Aspinall for the White House, or maybe for like a big card as well. Super fight of the fucking generation.
No bigger card than
also about I wanted to talk about the White House. It's been revealed it's going to happen June 14th. It's a Sunday because it's Trump's birthday.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I just wanted to mention that.
First ever UFC fight on a Sunday.
Yeah. Don't love it, but it's a White House card. I don't give a fuck, dude. It's going to be a great card.
Everyone's going to be watching that card.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because Trump's going to be there. But Pereira, what's next for Pereira? I think either do Oldberg in February in Sydney, let him just KO Oldberg, send him back to the gulag, bro. Or what I hope happens is give him some time off and let him fight Tom Aspinall. What's next for Magomed Ankalaev? I mean, he can get the Yuri treatment. He wants to get fucking broken, brother. He wants, I'm coming! You know, I think he gets broken. I thought Yuri was the guy to beat Magomed Ankalaev. Before even this, I was like, Yuri walks him down and breaks him around 4. And that's what's going to happen if they fight. But what I hope happens, Carlos Oldberg versus versus Yuri Prochazka.
For the belt?
For the vacant belt. And then maybe Magomed Ankalaev versus maybe the winner of Jan Blachowicz, Bogdan Guskov. Probably is what I would do. If it's Jan Blachowicz, obviously they went to a draw.
Do you think he ever sees the belt again?
I think Dana's going to give him a fucking title shot. Fuck no. Dana was fucking, dude. Dana was fucking jerking that shit backstage, dude. Chama was something fucking Dana was doing, dude. The fucking second he saw Alex uncork that fucking mean right overhand, fucking Chama that came out of fucking Dana's mouth. That's it for the UFC 320 breakdown. Let's get into the main card, main fights of Charles Oliveira versus Mateusz Gamrot. We're gonna start with Vicente Luque versus Joel Alvarez. Joel Alvarez has taken this fight on short notice, up a weight class, but I think he's going to get it done.
Never a good sign, though.
I think he's going to. Vicente Luque is old. Joel Alvarez has some nasty knees. This motherfucker's nasty. He's nasty.
Short notice up a weight class, though? That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, but like...
Actually, that just means less of a weight cut.
Yeah, Vicente Luque is old. Yeah. Joel Alvarez is a big lightweight. He's going to be probably a pretty medium-sized welterweight. Nasty knees in the clinch. Technically really good. Probably would have beat Benoit if they fought, even though that fight was canceled a while back. But my opinion. Who the fuck knows, though. Joel Alvarez is a monster, a marauder, and I think he's going to get it done versus Vicente Luque. Moving up that card, Davison Figueiredo versus Montel Jackson. It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. Your thoughts?
Honestly, I don't know any more about Figgy. I'm not sure about Figgy anymore.
He got mauled by Corey Sandhagen.
Yeah, especially at bantamweight.
Montel Jackson hits hard, and he's good. And he hits really hard. And I think he's honestly has the potential to be a champ. Do I think it's Davison Figueiredo too soon, though? I think the grappling could give Montel some problems. I do think the grappling. I think Davison Figueiredo is an incredibly good grappler. But I think
also a tiny dude, though.
I think he might just get maybe he won't be able to get the takedown because Montel might be too strong. I think I could see a late round 2, maybe early round 2 KO for Montel Jackson.
Is that your official prediction, though?
I think I'm going to pick Montel Jackson to beat Davison Figueiredo. I think he's past it at this point in his career. I love Davison Figueiredo, a fucking marauder. Yeah. All right.
I think I agree with you on this one. I might have to disagree with you on the last one. I'm just not so sure when it comes to being
up a weight class.
On short notice. I can't confidently pick
Joel Alvarez over Vicente Luque. I get that.
But I will pick Montel.
I think Montel's going to get this one done. I think that could lead to some big fights. Maybe a Sean O'Malley versus Montel Jackson. Who the fuck knows?
That could be interesting.
Here it is.
Guys. Charles Oliveira by whatever he wants.
Charles Oliveira versus Mateusz Gamrot.
Shotties!
I'm going to let you take this one for a little bit.
You know, both great grapplers. Unfortunately, not greater than Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira by sub in round 2. That's my prediction.
What sub?
What sub? That's an interesting question. Hold on. Let me think about it.
Mr. Jiu-Jitsu guy over here. Tell me what sub it is. Sorry,
could be by rear naked. Could be by... Because I feel like Gamrot's a little more of a wrestler.
A very good one at that.
So, I could see it by guillotine, by Darce, or by Anaconda. Or if he decides, because I see him getting, I don't know if he's going to get stuffed. I think Oliveira might end up on his back.
I don't think Oliveira can stuff a takedown from Mateus Gamrot. Arman couldn't.
That's why I feel like it's more likely that Oliveira's going to get him by guillotine.
I might pick Mateus Gamrot. I might be picking Mateus Gamrot.
I know you're gonna pick Gamrot because you like to shit on everything I love. No,
coming off a KO loss to Ilia Topuria recently, a really bad KO loss. Really soon to come back. And Mateus Gamrot's he's good.
A little too soon in my opinion, but I think he's
Mateus Gamrot dropped Dan Hooker. People forget, man, Mateus Gamrot went to war with Dan Hooker. And won that fight. I don't give a fuck what any of these Dan Hooker little
we got big Dan Hooker fan, Daniel Hoffman, shout out.
Mateus Gamrot, I don't think he's going to win by KO. I think he's going to hurt him on the feet. I think he's actually pretty underrated on the feet. What is giving me a little apprehension in picking him is his Beneil Dariush performance. But I do think Mateus Gamrot probably had a better performance against Arman Tsarukyan than Charles Oliveira did.
But who performed better against Beneil?
Okay, yeah, that's a fair point.
I bet my hair on that fight.
I think Mateus Gamrot can hurt him. I think Charles Oliveira is going to be timid and not his same going forward, knees to the body, like really aggressive style. Coming off a KO loss. I think he actually might get out grappled. Not like, because he's great, great submission grappler. But we've seen guys being able to control Charles Oliveira and get the better of him in the grappling. Islam Makhachev. I don't see Gamrot submitting him. I see maybe Charles Oliveira winning the first round, getting some nice knees to the body in there, maybe even getting a close guillotine attempt. But I think Mateus Gamrot will drag Charles Oliveira to deep waters, as the kids would say. I think it's going to be a 48-47 or 49-46 decision for Mateus Gamrot, but it is in Brazil, so I could see them robbing him. My official prediction is Mateus Gamrot, but I also predict maybe a Charles Oliveira 48-47 robbery decision.
A wounded lion is still a lion. Moving on. We have a little something different here.
I want to talk.
Where would you rather get into this first?
Let me talk about one more thing. We have a UFC Contender Series on Tuesday. We have the man, the myth, the legend, John Pork is fighting on UFC Contender Series. Islam's guy, when he went and said, this is John Pork, but it's not actually his name. But legendary, have a great Contender Series. Everyone should tune in Tuesday.
We were gonna be there.
We just couldn't make it. Scheduling conflicts, but maybe we'll go to the one next Tuesday. Who knows? Let's get into. I want to get in before. I want to end with the Instagram thing. So I want to get into Ilia Topuria getting a divorce. I know it's MMA news, so we have to cover it. I think he's gonna kill the Nelk boys.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go and slime out all of the Nelk boys because of the comment that they made about him meeting his ex-wife in Miami.
I mean, to be fair, the writing was on the wall, Ilya. Please don't kill my entire family. The writing was on the wall.
Guys, my girlfriend and I were doing long distance. She's at ASU.
Guys, is it okay? My girlfriend took a girls trip to Ibiza. Is that okay, guys?
But anyway,
bro, we're done. Ilya dodged a bullet. Ilya will be locked in. Poor Arman Tsarukyan if he gets the win over Dan Hooker, or poor Paddy Pimblett or Justin Gaethje. I've been hearing Gaethje rumors. If fucking Gaethje gets a goddamn title shot in January, I will be very angry.
Why would they? Okay, wait, no. Is there because I haven't heard that.
There
are actual rumors.
A West Till Death report gave me the rumors that maybe it's January is Ilya versus Justin Gaethje. Don't trust it. Maybe could be.
Like
if that's the case, I'm going to do unspeakable things.
Gaethje lost his last fight.
No, he won his last fight versus Fiziev, but it was Fiziev on short
notice. Oh, yeah.
He stepped in for Dan Hooker, then Justin Gaethje, like a fucking little bitch, has sat out. I want a title shot, Dana. I'm going to retire if you don't give me a title shot. Fucking Justin Gaethje, the stupid fucking retard, has announced a CTE. Doesn't matter. He's gonna get KO'd by Ilya anyway. Doesn't fucking feed him to the fucking lion, the true lion of the lightweight division, Ilia Topuria. Hopefully it's Paddy Pimblett because it's fresh. Every fucking champion, every fighter at lightweight's fought like Gaethje at this point.
I don't know, like, I don't think that Paddy particularly deserves a title shot either.
No,
I don't think.
No.
But like, I don't think anyone in the lightweight division really
I think
deserves
honestly,
a title shot right now.
if it's I think they gotta work for it. I think putting Ilya on ice is unfortunately what has to happen. But I think honestly the way he beat Chandler is more impressive than beating Rafael Fiziev on short notice coming back from an ACL tear.
No, I agree.
So I think if someone's gonna get it, it should be
Paddy.
Or I think it honestly, Dana said the winner of Dan Hooker versus Arman Tsarukyan is the #1 contender. So if Dan Hooker wins, it could be him as well. Ilya would fucking. Oh, poor Dan Hooker's family.
Imagine a world where Dan Hooker beats Ilya Topuria.
Fucking like knees him in the face and KOs him. That should be crazy.
Imagine.
He actually might be the worst skilled champion ever then, of the modern era, if he becomes champ. I like Dan Hooker.
Juliana Pena.
Adam, men's champions.
Okay.
Come on, it's like you could fucking pick a name out of the women's hat and it'd be the worst fucking skilled champion in UFC history.
I'm not a big fan of Juliana Pena.
Who the fuck is?
That's true.
Now let's get into this Instagram thingamajigger.
Let me take a gander at this.
Who is the fighter?
So it's I'm gonna have the picture on screen. It's who's the fighter where it shows the glass really high, with like high hype, low skill, posted by MMA on Point.
MMA on Point.
Yeah, I like
big
MMA
fan.
on Point.
They
Watch their YouTube a lot.
Yeah, got a lot of knowledge from them back in my youth.
Me as well. But let's see.
So
top
hype
comment
versus skill. It's like lower skill for how hype they get,
So first comment.
This is a week ago, by the way.
Coming up is
Poetan.
Yeah, Poetan by Gesser231_.
Yeah, fucking call this guy out. Yeah, he just smoked Magomed Ankalaev, you fucking fool of a teen.
There are a lot of people that are talking about how if Poetan somehow goes up and beats
he's the
Aspinall,
GOAT.
that is the GOAT.
He might be the GOAT. I mean, what would you say? Well, he has 1 loss on his record versus Izzy, but he has 3 wins against him, right?
Well, I mean, against Izzy and
Magomed, but
he redeemed both of them.
Redeemed both of them. I mean, redeemed one of them. The second one he lost, but he already beat Izzy, right? So it's like a 50-50 with the Izzy one. But then he has 2 wins over Prochazka, which is a great win for light heavyweight. 1 win over Magomed, a win over Khalil, a win over Strickland, a win over Jamal Hill, all former champions except Khalil, but goes up and beats Tom, first ever 3-division world champion. I mean, he already has a better resume than Khabib.
Yeah.
But Khabib has a dominance, effect, blah, blah, blah. He's Russian, and he has the surname Dov at the end of it, so he gets 4 spots higher on the GOAT list. But Pereira's already a top, probably 10 fighter. Combat sports athlete, maybe the best combat sports athlete that's ever lived. Just purely based off UFC and kickboxing success. So to say he has no skill in comparison to his hype is a fucking ridiculous sham of a statement.
I agree.
It's a sham of a statement.
That does go into our next comment here by John Perry, also a week ago, that says Khabib.
This guy might be cooking. This guy might be cooking. All I'm gonna say is, if you're losing to Gleison if you're arguably losing to Gleison Tebow, how good really are you?
I kind of agree here. I don't think the skill would be a little low. I don't think people that talk about Khabib is like, oh yeah, he's one of the greatest.
Khabib's not a top 7 fighter of all time.
He's a can crusher. So this one I kind of have to agree. The next one by Space
I want to
Marine.
talk about Khabib more.
Okay, no, go on.
Your best win is Prime Dustin Poirier. Great win, right? Second best win is Justin Gaethje and Conor. You have 3 good wins on your resume, right? Then it's Ally Quinta. Then it's Gleison Tebow. Then it's Michael Johnson, Edson Barboza. That's the same. He has one. I think he has 1 name on his resume, or 2. I'll give it to Gaethje as well. 3. I'll give him 3 that are similar to a Prochazka, an Adesanya, and a Magomed Ankalaev. Other than that, Pereira resume diffs him. Ilya Topuria already resume diffs him. Islam Makhachev resume diffs him.
People talk about
Charles Oliveira has just as good a resume as Khabib does. He has the losses. I wouldn't put Charles Oliveira in the same conversation as Khabib, obviously. But if he beat Islam, he would have been the lightweight GOAT. It's just his he's the very passionate fan base that loves to talk about him because he was 29-0 and he kind of chickened out and ran.
Glazers.
Like, who we would love to see a Charles Oliveira versus Khabib, but he ran away because mommy said I couldn't fight anymore.
Yeah, people
You're
always
a bum,
talk about
bro.
his crazy, like, high win count, ignoring the fact that his dad ran.
Dude, his dad ran the fucking organization. He was fighting 2-round exhibition fights against guys that were like 0-49. Congratulations. I would be 16-0 going into the UFC if that was the fucking case. Good fighter. One of the best, but not nearly as good as he's speaked about.
Yeah, next one. I want to keep this one short. It's by Space Marine 825. He says, Charles, fuck you. Moving on.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Shut up.
I'm joking. Charles is a very skillful guy.
No, and people don't act like he's...
Ilya victim. But there's a lot of... Charles Oliveira has one of the worst fan bases in the UFC. Yeah. So does Pereira, to be fair.
Yeah, no, they both have pretty bad
Brazilian,
fan bases.
it's the white guys that act like they're Brazilian. Porra!
Next one, Ken_13 says Tony Ferguson.
You took that big word now. I kind of get where he's coming from. People were talking like Tony was like the best fighter in the world. He wasn't. I'm a big Tony fan, but even I could admit that. He could have beat Khabib. I wouldn't have picked him to beat. I would have picked him to beat Khabib, but probably would have been wrong.
He posted something the other day, an animation of him sharpening his elbows and then flying kick, knocking out Khabib.
You didn't say him at the CTE. Well, I think with this post in particular, I don't think it's a fair compare because like he lost 7 fights in a row. No one was like, oh, he's gonna go get his run back for the title.
Yeah, I think this guy probably has as much CTE as Tony Ferguson because who out there is
hyping up Tony Ferguson at this point? If you're talking about all time, I get it, but Tony was like the fucking lightweight Yuri Prohaska back in his day, man. Dude, with grappling, dude. Tony was a fucking marauder, dude.
He was the shit.
12-fight win streak at lightweight. No one's done it. I mean, Islam's done it, but that guy was a beast.
Next one, he gives anti_Page Cajun. Says, he gives a list here. He goes, actually, Sean O'Malley, Sean Strickland, Carlos Prates, and Rufy. ...
Well, we know Rufy got fraud checked. No one fucking hyped about Rufy anymore, so it's your things are relevant. He's a really good striker, but you got fraud checked, so like, I guess like congratulations. And you picked. If I were to tell you who's the most overrated hype fighter in the UFC, you would just say the fighting nerds like the basic fucking bitch answer. Congratulations, you picked the basic bitch answer. With Sean O'Malley, he just hates the Seans apparently. But
Sean Strickland.
Sean Strickland is actually one of the worst male champions ever.
I don't think like these are somewhere.
People love Sean. People were saying Sean. I actually had someone at Dave & Buster's say Sean Strickland had the best chance of beating Hamzat in the entire division. I saw one Mr. I'm not going to call him by name, but a guy starts with the name C was saying that, which you mean he's not exactly the most.
Next one.
Sean, we'll talk about Sean O'Malley.
Oh yeah.
Yes and no. He's very hyped, and people think he's very good, but he's actually really good. He's really good, you know. I mean,
I used to call him super overhyped, but
yeah, but then he had a really close fight with Peter Yan, which isn't like a bad look, right? Slept Aljamain Sterling, which is one of the bantamweight goats. Had probably the best performance against Merab anyone's had as of recent. In the first fight. In the second fight, he got fucking mauled.
People think that the Aljo fight was an early stoppage.
No, dude, he was getting his head smashed in.
No, I agree with you. I'm just like, I'm
vicious ground and pound. He was crawling all over the place. It was not like an early stoppage whatsoever. Aljamain Sterling did get KO'd. He's pretty good, and I think he beats most of bantamweight. He's very hyped up, obviously. He's a big social media personality. Yeah. But I don't think his skills are like a Raul Rosas, Peyton Talbot type shit. Yeah. We'll get to them.
Speaking of that, next one, Rum is for Drinking, says Shara. I agree.
Yeah, I agree. People love Shara Bullet.
Shara Bullet, top 10 UFC, what ifs?
He's trash, dude. I'm sorry, dude. He's actually not even a top 20 level middleweight in the UFC. Marvin Vettori would put fucking hands on this guy. It wouldn't even be fucking close. He's not good. He's just not like, dude. Joe Piper puts that motherfucker in a body bag and turns that body cam off.
Fair enough.
And he's a fucking little weird looking gremlin with one eye that attacks some random guy in an escalator for kissing his wife in public because he's an insecure little bitch. That's besides the point.
Next one, Colt. Bo Nickel. I agree.
I would have agreed before his Randy DeRitter loss, but everyone calls Domenico a fraud now. So it's like, is he really overhyped that everyone knows he's not that level?
I'm talking about back, not currently. Now everyone knows.
Back,
but,
yes. People were.
You and I were talking about how he was overhyped back when he was
Bo Nickel will say, he's also Bo Nickel overhyped until he was like, dude, Hamzat can't wrestle with me. Man.
I think I'm more of a striker, honestly, than a
Hamzat
wrestler.
Can't wrestle with me. Like, we're gonna. When I hope Hamzat gets to the title fight with me. Like, shut the fuck up. You're a Rainier DeRitter victim, little bruh. American wrestling doesn't work. You can't out-grapple fucking Rainier DeRitter or Paul Craig. You're a scared little bitch that just wanted to with Paul Craig for 3 rounds.
Next up, we have 3 different people. Vlex_P, C Campux, and Jagger1208, all saying Paddy Pimblett.
I think he's actually quite good. I don't think he's that bad. He's very, very hyped up, but a lot of people know. The thing is, a lot of people were really down on him after his Jared Gordon loss. I mean, he should have lost the fight, but
yeah, I had a period of time where I hated Paddy Pimblett because
I think it's impossible to hate.
I don't
in
hate
my
him
opinion,
anymore.
He's such a great advocate for males' mental health. I think he's a great advocate for young men. I think Paddy Pimblett's a good guy.
You kind of shit on Roundtree though.
But I just don't want to hear his fucking story about being fat from 300 pounds and going fucking back and sitting over here and then crying when people talk shit about him on Twitter and then getting on JRE for the 5th time in a fucking month. I don't think Roundtree's a bad dude. He's also like, I'm going to shit on you because you're fighting Yuri Prohaska and that's my guy.
Okay, fair enough. You can admit that.
He's my guy. If you're going to fight my guy, you're going to get shit on by me. I think Paddy's actually quite good. I don't know how you fare. I think like he would be Gaethje. I think he's a top 4 level lightweight in the world right now. I don't think he beats an Arman. I don't think he beats an Ilya. I actually think he could give Ilya a little bit of issues with his back, with his leg kicks and his. He has really nice kicks off the back foot, but I don't think Ilya still KOs him and probably around. I mean, Ilya does that to everyone. But I think he's quite good. I think a lot of people actually hate Paddy Pimblett so much that they just call him trash and think he's going to lose every fight. I actually was sitting next to 2 people that thought Michael Chandler was going to beat Paddy Pimblett, and they didn't. And he didn't. And I picked Paddy Pimblett because I thought it was pretty obvious. And so I think from my experience, people actually underrate Paddy Pimblett more than they overrate Paddy Pimblett.
Fair enough. Next we have Gurbaz26 commenting Tony Ferguson and Umar. We already talked about Tony.
Umar, yes and no. It's really the fan base that glazes all their fucking fighters until they lose. And then it's though he wasn't one of us. He wasn't good.
It was disappointment.
But Umar's good. I think he's probably the second best chance in the division of beating Merab. He's a really skillful guy, but I think people were talking about him like this guy's the next bantamweight goat, and Merab kind of mogged him. And so a lot of people do overhype him. I think he is slightly overrated and overhyped. I wouldn't say a lot. I think he's still really good. And actually, I don't hope Mario Batista beats him because I want all of the Russians out of the sport. But that's a fair one. It's not terrible.
Moving on now. This is outrageous.
This one was terrible. I made sure to talk about this one.
Thor9NG commented Pantoja.
A gif of Pantoja.
This has gotta be rage bait.
It's gotta be rage bait because Pantoja's the top 5 pound-for-pound fighter on the roster. A second greatest flyweight ever. One of the most skillful grapplers we've ever seen in the octagon. Good on the feet, not great in the feet, but good in the feet. Incredible grappling, pushes the pace.
Manhandling people.
Like, dude, he fucking embarrassed Kai Kara France. Embarrassed Kai Kara France. Good. Fuck Kai.
I hate Kai Kara France. I don't care if it's from your... Yeah, that shit, bro. I don't care if it's from, like, your people or whatever. I haven't heard about this shit until I saw you pull that out at the fucking weigh, and you embarrassment to the sport.
He fucking hates Kai Kara France.
Right under Leon Edwards, bro. I don't like this dude.
This is a ridiculous rage bait take. I mean, Pantoja, the only guy that has a chance of beating him in his division is probably Joshua Van. He doesn't have that good of a chance either. But I am going to be picking Joshua Van because I love Joshua Van. Who we'll see when the fight comes closer, though.
Moving on, little speed run here. Diaz brothers, when they were
Yes.
fighting. Yeah, they were kind of overhyped. They weren't great. Their jiu-jitsu was really good.
They weren't overhyped until they beat Connor, and then after you beat Connor, if you ever beat Connor, you're already really popular, so you're obviously gonna get overrated. Nick Diaz sucked. Always sucked. I don't give a fuck about his
top 10 what ifs.
Nick Diaz almost would beat GSP. No, he didn't. GSP beat the fuck out of Nick Diaz. Rufy, obvious one.
After
got fraud choked by
literally
Benoit.
after any hype train loses,
They're gonna
honestly they get a little underrated.
People are gonna act like Rufy loses to Mark DeCasey. And I'm like, no, he doesn't. Like, Rufy's still really good. It's just Benoit's also really kind of good.
Were they overrated at one point? Yes, of course, because they just lost.
But you can't. If you're gonna call, if everyone in the comment section calls him overrated, then he can't be overrated.
But yeah, that was said by. Well, I'll have the pictures up, whatever. Then Dylan Kane, 1984 with the obvious engagement bait, says, anyone top 10, you're a loser. No one replied to your comment. Fuck you.
No one likes you. You're, like, what the fuck does that even mean? Everyone's a fraud, guys.
Junaid's Shikay something with a wolf profile picture says Chandler, which was misspelled. Yeah, Michael Chandler's overhyped.
But no one everyone knows Michael Chandler's good, though.
No,
I think Michael Chandler would lose to everyone, like almost the entire lightweight division, dude.
That's fair. Like no one actually, like everyone now that talks about Michael Chandler knows he's not.
Yeah,
good,
but like people are acting
other than Michael Chandler.
Yes, and like bad respect to Michael Chandler. He's a great fighter. He's not even a great fighter, but he's a nice
cool
guy.
dude.
He's a cool dude.
He was a really good wrestler too. I wish he would wrestle more in his fights.
Loves adopting his black children. Michael Chandler. I wouldn't even say, like, you can't call him
overrated
if
no one's hyping him up.
Everyone knows he's shit. But he did KO Dan Hooker, and he actually he almost beat Oliveira.
Okay.
He did almost beat Oliveira. He caught him and almost finished him.
Okay.
Twice, actually. But that's besides the point.
Okay. Everyone.
I picked Michael Chandler to beat fucking Charles Oliveira because I always picked.
And you picked wrong. All right.
And what happened to the Iliad fight?
Who
did you pick in the Iliad fight?
I picked Oliveira because I love Oliveira.
You knew he was gonna lose? What you saying?
No. If Tony back when he was still fighting and you were on your Tony Glaze arc, if Tony Ferguson was gonna fight Ilia Topuria,
I would not have.
You would have preached your heart out saying that
Tony breaks him, dude. He jumps into deep waters.
It's Tony time, bro. That's what you would have said.
So you're comparing Charles Oliveira's next career to Tony Ferguson?
No, that is
the
not
Charles
what
Oliveira
I'm saying.
downfall incoming?
That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm an Oliveira fan the way that you were a Tony fan. Anyway, moving on. Nando for Garcia says, Adesanya, you're smoking.
Adesanya, you can't be overrated. You can't be overrated and not be a great skillful fighter if you're arguably the goat of your division. I think it's just a stupid take. I actually really don't like Adesanya. I've actually lessened on him recently because he's kind of got less salty after all his losses.
Yeah, like I used to be a huge Adesanya fan until the dog stuff.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. Stop touching your dog, dude. But he's undeniable. Has one of the best resumes in middleweight history. Has a win over pound for pound top 5 Alex Pereira. What can he? I mean, he's a great fighter. At the end of the day. He's not overrated.
Sean Rio 9 says fighting.
Except by Kenny Okoye. Fuck you, Kenny Okoye.
He says fighting frauds, laughing emoji, coldest take of all time.
Cold. Wow, guys, let's pile on the fighting nerds more. To be fair, it was glorious when Diego Lopez spinning elbow KO'd him.
I can't tell if this one's rage bait. Moss_Tones says John Jones.
Wait a minute. Let me talk about this.
If it's referring to like the PEDs and all that and him not being the greatest of all time.
I know what it's referring to. That motherfucker fought no one. And when he started fighting people that were his size, Dominic Reyes, Alexander Gustafsson, PEDs don't count, so he never actually fought Daniel Cormier. But not even arguably, you lost to Dominic Reyes. That looks really bad now. Because everyone beats Dominic Reyes. Congratulations, you beat Cyril Gane and 40-year-old Stipe. Your resume's against a bunch of fat middleweights. Honestly, dude. What's this guy's name? Moss Tones. I think he's spitting. I think John Jones is overrated. Honestly, first of all, If we excluded PEDs from the GOAT list, we'd only get 2 guys off the GOAT list. You know who that'd be? John Jones and Anderson Silva. I think that's what we got to start doing. Boycott PED fucking cheats. We're in a sport where if you take PEDs, we're in a sport where you could kill someone and you're taking PEDs. You're a fucking coward, dude.
No,
that's what you are.
I agree. That's why John Jones isn't on my GOAT list.
And
He's on yours.
he should be fucking banned. I mean, if you like, he should be fucking banned from the sport. If you ever take PEDs, you should be banned for a lifetime. You're a fucking coward trying to medically enhance yourself because you're a fucking soy bitch. I'm sorry about your brother, though. It's very sad, John Jones.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He was a good dude, but knowing your family, who knows?
JWN 2020 says Brian Battle.
Well, Brian Battle's on the fucking PFL, dude.
No one hypes up Brian Battle. You must have been born in 2020. I don't know what you're talking about.
He was hyped up after one fight in France, and then no one talked about him again.
Literally, it was just he Colby Covington his way to relevance.
Yeah, and then now he's in the fucking PFL.
Speaking of which, Sakap.Mohammed says Colby Covington.
I feel like this is
untrue
because even when Colby Covington was actually really good, people were really just calling him shit because they didn't like him.
Exactly. Like who? Like that's what a lot of these.
A lot of these are like, I think with the Colby thing, I think it's a lot targeted at him being a very heavily MAGA supporting man. So a lot of those MAGA guys really overrate Colby Covington. Like, oh, he's gonna win. Not anymore because this guy's shit.
Yeah.
But like back in the day. But
back in the day, yeah.
I thought he arguably could have drawed with. He probably did draw with Usman in the second Usman fight. He was actually quite good when in his prime.
He's just coming from an Usman fan.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, big Usman guy. Especially when he used to be a really big Usman guy. But
until the incident.
No, don't even start with this. Okay. Colby actually was quite good recently. I mean, obviously he's older. And the sport evolves. Welterweight's one of the most stacked divisions in the UFC. You're going to go against a Joaquin Buckley and lose. It sucks. If Colby didn't have a massive cut over his eye, we saw Usman could out-grapple a guy like Buckley, so maybe he could have got it done. But who knows? Kind of disagree with that because no one really hypes up Colby like that.
Not anymore. Anyway, wrapping it up with another one like that. Riggins32 says, in misspelled, Raul Rosas, I'm assuming.
I could see it because he has a lot of the Chihuahua fans, you know?
Yeah, but no one seriously.
I think Rosas could be like a top 15 guy, but I don't think he could be anything more than that.
No one seriously hypes
back
up his
in the day
fighting.
There was. Back in the day, people were calling Rosas like the next thing.
If they're talking about that, yeah, we were kind of shitting on Rosas back when he was just starting out.
He didn't look great ever. He never looked good. And I was like, this guy's not that good. He's like a young guy. Like, he could be really good in the future, but he kind of looks like shit.
I don't see him breaking top 10, but he's also young. Maybe
if Rob Font could break top 10 in that division, maybe he fucking can. Who the fuck knows?
Who knows? But
I used to be a big fan of Rob Font. Like, how the fuck do you lose? Dude, you're so trash now.
But that's it.
That's all?
Those are all the comments that we took ahead of time and thought were notable.
Well, that seems to be what we have for today. We have a big week coming up. We'll be posting about Charles Oliveira versus Mateus Gamrot live. What is actually happening the week after that? I think it is Vancouver. Next. Let's see. I have no internet in here, but I think it is the Vancouver card. Let me take one more gander. Contender Series, Gamrot, Contender Series. Yeah, Derrida versus Allen. We'll be posting about that next week. And then the week after that is October 25th, Abu Dhabi Aspinall versus Cyril Gane. Big things are on the horizon. Then we got like fucking Fight Night Garcia versus Onama. What a fucking, oh god, we have 2 terrible fight nights in a row. Holy fuck. Then we get Islam JDM though. But we'll be back. We'll see you guys next week. Maybe later this week. Maybe we'll make a video about predicting, going over the full Oliveira card. We'll see you soon. Peace.
See ya.